Yes, yeah, we're live from the Brojo for another episode of the Roshan Bros News. I am Kia Keith, and I'm here today with
Eli.
Yeah.
Who doesn't sound like he's reading a script. I don't know why.
Eli. No intro, Eli.
I guess, yeah.
No nickname, Eli.
The script says I'm supposed to say J. Oldenkamp. I'm J. Oldenkamp.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm Jay Oldenkamp.
What? I'm J. Oldenkamp.
That's short round.
Fuck.
If you put on the cap, you could probably
does,
cosplay it short.
He's an adult short round.
I'm a Jones.
Yeah, I should go as Indiana Jones and have Jamie. Badass. Oh, God.
I'd bend the hat, but I don't want to.
Fun times.
Yeah, okay.
So we skipped over.
Oh, yeah, regular guy, Zach.
No name nonsense.
Alrighty, so let's go into these awesome trailers we've seen. Because they're so fun.
Subpar, let's be honest here.
The first trailer is actually Bumblebee, and I feel like I'm the only one that's kind of excited for this movie.
I'm pretty excited.
It looks dumb and you feel dumb.
Just you.
It's like The Shape of Water, but with robots.
Whoa.
That's the vibe it's giving off.
I'm getting some Sonic 06 vibes from this, yeah.
I'm with Gil on this.
That she wants to like make out with Bumblebee.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She jumps in water after him, grabs his face. It's The Shape of Water 2, Transformers Boogaloo.
That really didn't work out very well. But no, like my thing for me about this is that it looks not like a Michael Bay movie, and
It looks pretty much like a Michael
no,
Bay
it doesn't because
No, it doesn't.
I see less
still don't give a
explosions.
shit.
those robots look like they actually look like they could transform from a car into that robot.
Yeah, you can actually see the car pieces.
Yeah. Whereas Transformers is like that just not like they and Transformers 4 realized they're like, all right, no one really gives a shit, so we made this Transformium where the robots just pixelate from cars into fucking robots.
That was really fucking retarded.
Oh, it's fucking
All
awesome.
retarded, Jay.
Idiotic.
Stupid.
But
Terrible.
no, the one thing that really gets me is this is like it feels kind of like an old school Steven Spielberg movie, and I think that's the goal. Actually, the vibe that I got was more like the Iron Giant in a way.
Harrison
No.
Ford isn't in this movie.
What?
They did Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I know they did.
The only Steven Spielberg
Big
movies
movie,
I
I
know.
know. But no, like for me, it does feel like it has that Iron Giant vibe with like the military trying to take over Bumblebee and stuff like that. I think it looks fun. I think it looks exciting. Classic Starscream is back, and like he looks like Starscream. That's dope to me. So he doesn't have like drool like all the Decepticons in the Transformers movies look like raptors and shit. Like had like sharp teeth and shit.
Yeah, now I get you on that.
Like he actually legitimately like.
Because you had to make sure people knew they were villains. Because they looked the fucking same as the heroes.
Did they have different logos though?
You
How
can
the
see the
fuck would you be able
Decepticons.
to tell?
Yeah, like
You could tell who Optimus Prime was
and Bumblebee.
and Bumblebee. Fucking Megatron couldn't tell until he fucking spoke. And even sometimes then I wasn't sure.
Wait, is Megatron a good guy?
No.
No.
But
Megatron's a bad guy.
I think Jay's just
Oh.
fucking with you right now.
yeah, I am fucking with you. He's actually the bad guy. Duh.
Yeah.
Glad you could clear that up.
At least it's not like it's Unicron all over again. Where Unicron.
Alright, sit up if you're gonna talk. God damn
My
it.
bad. Well, it's just not like it's Unicron being Earth, which was really stupid. So.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so the new Transformers. Spoiler.
I don't care.
Unicron is
I
Earth.
just don't. I don't
and
give
so
a fuck.
we didn't get you didn't get the chance to have Unicron.
3 out of 5 of us are probably not gonna go see this.
Oh fuck! This
Yeah.
makes Q and I.
I'm not gonna watch this. This looks dumb.
There was a
Looks generic.
floating gun in the trailer too.
I mean, it looks decent.
See, I really,
It's not
Yeah,
thought
there
it
was a
would be- I
floating
really
gun.
thought it would have been funny if they didn't show John Cena because he's like cast as a main character in that, and they just did not show him at all. I would have laughed even harder. But for me, it's just I'm really excited for this because like this does feel like the akin to like what I wanted in a like those first images
Well,
of this
Bumblebee
movie
looks a lot.
really caught me off guard. That it's like, oh man, this could be shitty. But this movie actually looks super exciting to me. and it makes me happy
Yeah.
to see like something that seems like the original Transformers is a shit ass show. If you rewatch it, it's like marketing ploy the entire time. But like this looks like, you know, you got the size right on Bumblebee. You got like he could talk in the cartoon, and so I kind of wish they would have just alluded with like he can't talk, he could talk. Some people say this is the soft reboot of the series, where like this is like them trying to go back to. This is like the start of a new movie series, and I'm fine with that. Fuck it. If they want to do that, do it. I am not against that at all.
I mean, it'll depend on how good this goes.
I feel like it's going to make a lot of money still. All the Transformers movies make money.
It's the TCU.
Like, Transformers 4 is the most profitable Transformers movie just because the last hour is based in China.
Yeah.
Became the most profitable.
I don't know.
Because China
I don't
loves
really care.
giant fucking robots.
Yeah, so then we go into the Mortal Engines, and this actually is another movie that looks super interesting to me.
It still looks pretty dumb.
It looks pretty neat.
It looks cool, but I don't think I want to watch it. No.
I mean, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt of Peter Jackson, though, because I actually really do like a lot of his work. So, like, I like his cinematography, and it's going to look really well polished and pretty. And the story, I mean, it's a futuristic it's a semi-futuristic high fantasy story in a way. You know what I mean?
Is it really high fantasy,
Yeah,
or is it more
high
sci-fi?
fantasy, but
Sci-fi. Well,
seems like a sci-fi half-ass steampunkish thing.
Yeah.
I think it looks enjoyable. I like
Yeah.
the art style in it. I like the way the machines look. I think it looks fun.
It looks like someone just took a turd, put it upright, and then threw wheels on it.
I mean, that's very understandable if that's how you feel. That's okay.
What
It
type
looks
of
like
turd?
bad CGI, like they did in Transformers.
I didn't think it looked that bad, but then again, I didn't think the prequels looked that bad, so that's not a good sign. Or a great sign, I don't know.
I'm sorry, it just doesn't look
No,
good.
it's not bad.
No, it looks good, I still don't think I'll watch it. I don't know.
I'm for it. I'm really hoping that it's good because it looks nice. I think it looks. To me, it looks nice.
It's another. I'm pretty sure it's another adaptation of a book.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Most
We-
movies are.
we've already jumped over that curve where it's good.
Books to movie?
Now we're getting.
Adaptations.
Now
from
we're
Peter
getting in
Jackson.
that point where it's overdone and
Or a
barely
book.
palatable.
Or 3 movies that are one book that should have just been one coherent movie
Eh,
that had nothing to do with another part in Legolas.
yeah.
Then we go to the Lego Movie 2, and this is actually... I'm not as excited about this movie as I guess a lot of people are. And that's just because, like, the last 2 Lego movies that we got
Thank you.
were, like, underwhelming.
They were. Batman was super underwhelming for me.
Batman wasn't as fun. I liked Lego Ninjago a lot. I thought that one was, like, funny. But it still was kind of like... I don't think it had the same kind of heart that, like, the first Lego movie is. And the reason I also don't have, high hopes with this is the original writers and directors aren't in this movie. It's,
What?
like, a new cast. That is
It's the
correct.
same cast, but it's a
You
new.
know what I mean, like
Yeah.
writing crew.
That's disappointing.
I
So-
still think they're going to be able to do it.
I don't know. Lego Batman kind of started turning me off. Lego Ninjago was okay, but like I don't know. I don't even like. I don't know. It just
Does this have any relation to the first one?
Yeah.
It's literally
It's a direct sequel.
Yep.
so. What happened at the
Seems
last?
really wastelandy. That's what
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert. What happens in the last one?
It's been out for like, what, 4 or 5
Well, it's
years?
also a spoiler
It's
for
been 2
Eli
years.
because he hasn't seen the first Lego movie either.
No, I
What?
haven't.
The
I
first
want to.
Lego movie?
Did you bring anything?
Fuck!
Bitch.
The Lego movie?
It's been 2 years.
I don't have the Lego movies.
It's
so-
been
I
2
have
or
it on
3.
my
It's been like
Xbox.
2 or 3 years.
It's
'Cause
been some time.
It's
Yeah.
been longer than that.
I don't think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
been 4
okay.
though. I think it's been 2.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, I don't
Are
think
you
it's
serious?
been.
Movie
I don't think
premiere.
it's been longer than 4 for sure, because that would push me.
February 7th, 2014.
No, that was 4 years.
Alright.
Suck it.
Seems
I
like
said
a
longer
reason-
than 4.
Seems like a reasonable amount of time.
I mean, I guess I don't think it is though because they were still producing these other Lego movies though. That's what I mean. It was just like if they didn't released Lego Batman and Lego Ninjago and just made Lego 2, I'd be like, okay, I think this might be good. But because they released those two before it makes me kind of iffy on whether or not this is going to be good or whether or not this is going to be another cash grab.
I mean, those are spin-offs. Those are just the die-hard cash grabs. This is something they'll probably put a lot more effort into.
Yeah, especially since the other ones have names attached to them.
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, Lego Batman, get in here, we'll take your money.
Line up, DC fans.
Alright.
Well, Lego Batman had some decent throwback stuff, so.
Yeah, they did. And they had the Daleks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Daleks and Gremlins. Like, they were throwing all the Lego villains they knew they had the rights to.
Voldemort,
the Wicked Witch, Sauron. Like, it's like every nerd's fan fiction in Lego form. Teaming up with the Joker. So, that, you know.
Didn't
so
like that
Wreck-It
Joker.
Ralph 2, and my only biggest complaint to this is that they don't go to the internet right away and search their names and find porn.
why would you want to look up? Why would you want to find porn of that?
It's not. That's just like one of the first.
That's not the first thing you'd find. You'd have to do some digging.
No.
for that.
No. When you search Wreck-It Ralph, there's like one.
Is that
like,
the first search result?
It's like in the brackets of those images. I made sure before
Why are
I
you
said
looking up the
anything.
images though?
Because when you go to images, because that's what people usually fucking do.
And specify that.
I'm just trying to make a fucking joke. But yeah, fine. Never mind. It looks like an arcade
Context
movie.
is key.
Great.
I didn't like the first one. I won't watch
I never watched the first Wreck-It Ralph,
They made
so
me
I
watch
don't.
I watched the first one, it was pretty good.
it. They made me watch it in a fucking class in school. I didn't care.
It's alright.
I like that. That was fun. I like the fact that they're putting like Disney knows that they own everything, so they're just like a big middle finger, just throwing everything that they own into one thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, it was-
Marvel, Star Wars, Disney princesses.
It was a shameless plug-in too.
Yeah, like I mean, I'll give it. It was a shameless plug-in, but I gotta give them props for doing it because they're like, well, we have an excuse now to like let everyone know, fuck you guys, we own like everything.
Yeah, but they're kind of ruining everything.
I don't think they are though.
Star Wars isn't that great.
Yeah, like everyone thinks they're ruining Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I don't
Star Wars was never that great to me to begin with,
I'm
and
not paying attention at the moment.
they're a lot better. These movies to me are a lot better than the prequels. To be honest,
Wreck-It Ralph.
no, the new Star Wars movies are way better than the
I'll
prequels.
take the prequels over the new ones anyway.
I like episode 3
Except
and
Solo
episode
and Rogue One.
1.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is
Solo
kind
and
of
Rogue One
okay.
are good. I
That's the thing. I don't think Star Wars is being ruined. It's just that their first initial run through is let's make a new trilogy,
I think
but
it's
they're hitting it home better with solo films.
So Star Wars isn't being ruined. It's just Star Wars for another generation.
See, I wouldn't mind that, Jay, if they picked a different fucking plot line.
I don't know.
I don't care. I'll still watch them, but
Yeah, still.
I still like them.
Yeah, no, because then like I don't know. I didn't like the rise of intergalactic fascism through 1 and 3, so I was just like, this seems okay.
Fancy.
It's not even that. No, it's not even that. It has nothing to do with I don't like fascism. I just find it boring.
I mean, I can get that. Yeah.
Right. Where like I personally think that the Wreck-It Ralph scene that had the stormtroopers chasing Penelope, like that was fun. I think it just looks fun. I like the way they like make fun of Disney princesses at the same time they're showing them off. So I find that super enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I hope Wreck-It Ralph 2 turns out good. Then we go to Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
That looks fucking dope.
It
looks
looks
fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. I'm like 100% for it now. Where like the first trailer made me really want to see it. This is like when pre-order tickets come in, I'm probably just gonna pre-order it because I'm gonna fucking watch this. It looks really good.
What is the point of pre-ordering a ticket? Like, I get it in bigger areas
Right,
where seating is awful to get.
Right.
But like in our area, there's no point.
I think
Right.
It's just throwing your money.
I didn't.
You go to the. Well, I want to see this in like the
Well,
Milford one.
Milford, you can pre-order tickets. There's a
So,
side
like,
seating. With,
Yeah, because
which
the
is
people.
nice.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, because like sometimes
Like I said, but in our area,
you don't
this
get like
looks
a
like
good
area.
seat in the Milford Theater because you're later. And so it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like it's nice to like, or get the seat there so you can be like, haha, I got the right middle seat I wanted, bitches.
That means you can show up just when the ads are starting. You don't have to worry about like, oh shit, where's my seat? It's just like, blam.
Yeah, see, I wish that's the thing. I like the Milford Theater just because like it did the same thing for like the same thing for everything else. You know what I mean? Like, I like that kind of like the seats that move around and shit like that.
Nah. I've never been to a theater.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the point. Like again, I'm talking more like Spencer and Sheldon. What the point would be in that type of an area?
Sheldon
Well, you
doesn't
get-
assign?
What?
Sheldon doesn't assign?
I don't think so. I think you can just buy a ticket and walk in wherever you want.
It's been a long time since I've gone to that movie theater.
Look,
Which one?
The one in Sheldon.
but anyway, what I loved about this trailer is that they have Peter Parker basically acting like a hobo, just bumming everything off of Miles.
Oh well, Parker.
So is Peter Parker stranded? So is this like a different? Is he stranded in Miles Morales' universe?
Probably just their incarnation of him, but still alive.
I mean, in the Ultimate Universe, technically Miles Morales comes after Peter Parker dies, but this one, Peter Parker is real in that universe, so I don't think that's the thing. I think that Miles Morales just gets his powers. Like, he has powers like Peter.
Well, this is show. It's called Into the Spiderverse,
So, but I feel
I'm
like that,
guessing this is more of a branch off.
right. I have no idea. Like, it's obviously not like the Tom Holland Spider-Man we know. and things
So
like
does
that.
this mean that there's going to be multiple incarnations of Spider-Man in just one universe then? Or
I think they might have to travel at some point because they do that a lot whenever they do anything Spider-Verse related. They travel dimensions. Because that's a thing. Multiverse. Also, I'm just waiting for the time where day comes and we can see a Japanese Spider-Man with a giant, I don't know, construction of some sort that becomes a robot.
Probably already been.
Oh,
a
but
thing.
also, is that a thing somewhere in Japan?
It is.
Seems like.
I'm just waiting for it to be animated
All right.
because it's ridiculous and hilarious.
What the hell's next?
How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Oh,
Two.
God damn it.
is there two?
It's
Oh,
three.
the-
No, it's
really?
three.
There have already been two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
The second one is where he meets his mom, and like that one place where there's a bunch of dragons, and his mom's like this leader of these dragons or whatnot, and then his dad dies. Spoiler, but
I've
At this
never-
point, I feel like we're gonna spoil anything.
I've
that
never
has a
seen either of those
movie
movies.
they're both
Would
good.
recommend it.
I recommend it.
I like them.
They're fun.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen a part of one because we had to watch it in class, but I can't remember for sure.
Also, I think they're pretty looking. Doesn't just
I'm not in favor of anything that
Graphic-wise.
just fucking calls anything that is Scandinavia Viking. Just every single time. that
well, it is
they-
tailored towards children too.
Just because it's tailored towards children doesn't mean you have to feed them misinformation. Make them into fucking dumbass adults who piss me off.
We tell them that Santa Claus exists and Easter Bunny exists.
You tell them that Santa Claus exists and the Easter Bunny exists. I don't tell them shit. Alright.
But then we go into The Girl in the Spider's Web, and I know you guys probably weren't as interested as I am, but I really like both the book series and the movie adaptations of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and this is what it is. It's like a legit adaptation of it, but it's weird because it's not from the trilogy, it's its own original thing, so that's the only thing I feel a little iffy on in this. I find it interesting. I like the political intrigue that goes with it, so I'm hoping that this is a good movie.
I feel like this has become my catchphrase, but I haven't seen the first
Are
movie,
you still on
so
How to Train Your Dragon?
no, we're on
Girl
the girl
with
with
the
the in the
spider
spider web, yeah.
I haven't seen. I've seen the Numi Rapus like films, but I haven't seen the one they made that goes with this one. So.
That doesn't go with this. Is its own thing again. This is
Well-
from the American studios.
Okay.
It has it looks interesting. It's something I enjoy. I like in political intrigue, so I hope it's good. So yeah, go team.
Woo!
Yeah.
I
Then we
don't-
go to right. Yeah,
No,
that
I
was-
don't
yeah.
have I was just gonna say I don't have anything on it.
Oh no, that's fine. Then we go to Halloween 2018, and this movie again is probably one of the only movies I'm super excited for because like
So
it's just fun.
is this picking up from the Rob Zombie
No.
franchise?
Okay, so they're retconning everything past
After
Halloween 2.
Oh, okay.
This is in a continuation from Halloween 2. My thing that makes it really enjoyable is that like it's only in America that Jamie Lee Curtis could get like mad crazy gun skills like this, and like I feel like next year that Donald Trump's gonna be like, remember that Halloween 2 movie? What if the mental ward does escape? We'll need our guns there, and I'm like, I'm really excited for this movie.
Oh God.
No,
don't give me
I
that idea.
So I'm confused. So she gets killed. I know she gets killed in which one does she get killed in?
Page 20? The one 20 years after?
So the Halloween franchise is really weird.
It's like
They just make a shit ton of movies that are like linked together, but not. Like originally, Halloween 2 was supposed to end. The Michael Myers series was supposed to end with Halloween 2.
They were supposed to become an anthology.
Yeah,
series,
that's why they made Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which had nothing to do with Michael Myers, and everyone was mad. So they're like, "I'm kidding, Halloween 4, guys."
We got Michael Myers back.
So it's weird. It's a weird thing. I think it looks fun though. Like I said, I think it's super exciting to see that like they got Jamie Lee Curtis back. They got Danny. Like the only thing that's weird to me is like Danny McBride from like Pineapple Express is writing the movie. So that's
wait,
weird.
what?
Halloween.
What?
So it's like it's super. I think it's gonna be good. I hope it's good.
Can we
It
just
looks nice.
talk about the fact that William Shatner has scared people so much that they decided to erect a whole movie series around his face?
Yeah.
What?
The Michael Myers mask is based off of a William Shatner mask.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember reading about that.
I don't have anything. I don't like horror movies. Yeah, I think they're boring.
Do they scare you, Eli?
No, it's like, oh god, he put on the mask, and then he fucking jump scares everyone, and no one sucker punches him in the throat.
But like a lot of these slashers aren't like they look like humans, but they're more like in the magic based of like shit, I guess.
A sucker punch is still a sucker punch, especially to the throat.
Yeah.
Then we go into Predators.
Mystical.
All I'm asking is for them to try, Kian.
Okay.
Alright.
Mystical.
Buster Rhymes beat him up with karate. I told you that.
But is that connected to this movie?
No.
Then it doesn't count.
That was retconned.
That's disappointing.
I don't want to use the term retcon for Halloween, the fucking horror series.
You can.
I don't.
You
Use
can.
it for anything. Everything has its own universe these days.
Yeah. I retconned something that we did.
Technically, that's history.
What did
You
you
can't
do?
retcon history.
Retcon.
Get a
Actual
retcon
history.
What did you
Fucking outta here.
retcon?
No, I mean I retconned ProQuest.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Well, duh. BroQuest is its own thing.
Then we go to Predators.
Yay.
I'm pretty psyched for it.
I don't like how they brought a bigger Predator. I thought it was just gonna
No,
be.
well,
I thought it was gonna be people versus Predators again.
Hey,
I
it
also
makes
don't like that they did that in
You
the
have
first
a
fucking
gun?
movie.
it
It
makes
was like, yeah, bigger predator.
it makes the Predators movie.
They're gonna team up with the regular
movie.
Predator to
Mar-
fight
Mar-
the
I
bigger
know, but I
Predator.
thought
More
that
relevant.
Shane Black said that they weren't gonna.
No,
like,
I thought they said they were going to
interconnect.
expand.
I thought they were. I thought that like that was what I heard. Is like
Ryan
this
was
is kind of like
saying
a
they were
soft
going-
reboot.
Well, it's going to be a reboot, from I thought it was going to be like it's related to the original one that came out, the first one, Predator.
But like my
And
thing
it's
about
also
it is
gonna-
like why would they come like they. When I look at it like this, they're like, why would they come back to this place knowing that these people are like, these creatures that they fought already like kicked their asses before? Like I'm being for real. Like it's like a legit question.
You have to remember,
Like,
I haven't seen.
I know, but I'm just saying like they got
For
their
the
ass.
challenge.
They got their ass kicked by Arnold Schwarzenegger first, then Danny Glover, who looks like he's about to retire from every fucking thing.
Yeah, but I mean, did you look at any of those guys? They are not nearly as huge as
So
Arnold
Schwarzenegger, they're like, all right,
But
looks
it's
like,
like now's the
That's
time.
that's
like
a very
looking
He's
fair
out
point.
governing a state. Let's go down there and kick their ass.
they
I
like,
mean, he's
look
not
at the
governing
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
anymore.
like
No.
they look at the movie posters they have. It's like it looks like it's just a bunch of old men doing action scenes. We fucking got this.
Oh god.
We
You're
got this
telling me-
win in the bag.
You're telling me not muscly bound commandos are your movie craze anymore?
They're making Expendables 4. Go, go, go. Get the fuck in there.
That's actually a story.
I was gonna say, it turns out this is what brings Arnold Schwarzenegger back to the franchise.
So, that's one of the things that gets me about this is that I think it looked good from the first trailer, but when they brought in the bigger Predator, I was like, this is dumb, because I was really just wanting it to be, yo, the Predator's back, he's about to fuck shit up.
Turns out it's the bigger Predator
I
and
mean,
the
he
regular
kinda
Predator
crash
versus
lands
humans.
Yeah.
So it is kind of just like, what makes the Predator crash land? Bigger Predator.
But but the thing
Jaws.
implied it was like some kid controlling a ship from a beacon or something like that. In the first trailer we saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I
Fuck
don't
you
know.
And then they just like not showing the kid in this.
Yeah.
It's like screw that, we might
Kid's
get
dead.
him out.
I want child murder. Jay, will you stop tapping on the table? Sorry.
A Predator got him. I'll leave that to the imagination.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Jesus.
And then
No!
the Predator got that Predator. See, he's just a good guy.
So that Predator is our savior then.
Which Predator got which Predator?
I think the bigger Predator
Yeah,
got
yeah.
What?
And the bigger Predator got the Predator who got the Predator. It's the whole line, yeah.
The Predator and Predator of Predators.
Oh my god.
Predatorized.
Warner Brothers is giving Suicide Squad star Jared Leto his own Joker spin-off movie set within the DC universe.
Wait,
Don't-
that's
don't do
confirmed?
that.
And that Leto will also produce.
Oh
That's
boy.
confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be interesting.
Alright, now let's make a deal.
Oh
Come to
yeah.
bargain.
Gil and I talked about
Now
this.
now he gets a producer credit for fucking jerking off in front of his coworkers.
Now he jerked off in condoms and then sent it to his
Yeah,
coworkers.
well, this
Yeah.
time it'll be in front of him because he's the producer.
Oh my god, no.
He's now part of that sexual assault ring.
God, how is he not?
Because he was in character, Eli. That really wasn't Jared Leto. That was the Joker.
Oh,
Anyways,
God.
go on with the deal that we've talked about, you know.
Key and a come to bargain. If this
Did you
movie,
reference Doctor Strange right
Yes,
now?
he did.
Okay.
if this does better than New Mutants, you're buying us all dinner.
I thought it was he had to dress up as Jared Leto's Joker and hold up a sign that said the Joker movie was better than
What, okay,
New
what,
Mutants.
too.
what do we have to
I'd
do?
rather if he
That
paid
too.
for my stuff.
What do we have to
As
do?
I
But,
have-
but why not both? That way he gets public humiliation and his bank account gets charged. We hit him in two fronts.
I don't care. I
But,
have no
the
stock in
Jared
it.
Leto Joe. Yeah, but then you'd have to wait like a year and a half.
So
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Fine.
Wait, to the dressing up or to the buying his dinner?
To both.
Wait, is it actually both?
Both.
well, the movie
Oh.
doesn't come out for like a year and a half. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because they just because it's like just saying, hey, they're gonna make it. A lot of these DC movies have been in development hell for a hard long.
Okay, well here's the thing. Gil, did you want to go see New Mutants? Because you don't seem too keen on the idea.
No, but I'll do it.
I want
I
to
was
see it.
gonna
I
say
like New Mutants.
that
I
means
think
you
it
have
looks
to go
awesome.
with him then to see it,
So-
and then you also have to go with him to see the Jared Leto Joker movie.
So
Yeah,
wait,
but I'm
what was
telling you,
the
you'll
was
have
the
to
bet
enjoy
that the
that.
Jared
not
Leto
going to
money
New
would
Mutants.
raise more money?
It'd just be a better film than
Or
New
movie?
Mutants.
What if it
Yeah, but
turns?
that's like
Okay,
that's like a
no,
context
hold up,
thing.
hold
Yeah,
up.
that's
What
like
better
a
film. We gotta go off revenue or something.
What if
Yeah. It
this
has to be
Joker
revenue.
movie is just what they cut
Revenue
out of
and
Suicide
Rotten
Squad?
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, do you think that Harley Quinn's
I
gonna be
think
in
you
this one?
probably.
She
aren't
might
gonna
make a
win that.
cameo.
I'll be
I mean,
honest.
not like a main, like just like an
He's
off.
a producer.
I think it'll just be a cameo.
Fuck it up. Alright, what now?
Oh, Jay was just asking if he
Alright,
thinks
well,
Harley
you
Quinn
think-
I
will
don't
be in
think she
it.
will.
I don't. It's not like a
she's
main
gonna be a Birds of
character.
Prey, though. That's the thing. I don't think she will. I think that she's gonna. I think it's just gonna be Jared Leto doing some dumb Jared Leto shit, laying around on knives, laughing.
Might be the process he took to find Harley Quinn.
No, I would prefer not them to do that because the shit that I saw within that movie makes me not want to see it.
Yeah.
Alright, what's
So-
the next story?
All right, so we got the first images of the Addams Family, which makes me super.
Could be how he
pumped.
affiliated his Joker.
I've seen
gang.
it. I'm not impressed.
I don't care about the Adams.
I really am excited for this, and I'm
Oh,
going to
it's
ask you why you are not impressed.
I'm sorry.
How do you want me to pull it up again?
Yeah, why not? Just to see. I don't know. It just seems more off than it should be.
It should be that. I will point this counter argument that I think that this animation should be off because it
Yeah,
fits
but
the
not-
Addams Family's tone. And how I point this out is the animation class that I took in college pointed out how shapes affect people's perception on stuff like that. So like someone complained about like Gomez looking too boxy, but like for me the Addams Family is never a very is the comics itself, they were never supposed to look human. Like, yes, Raul Julia and like Tim Curry made
What was it, Tim Curry? It was Rod.
yeah, Raul Julia and Tim Curry were both played Gomez because Raul Julia died and Tim Curry took over for their summer vacation one.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I know my Addams Family, and I also know Raul Julia
Like-
because he's the legend of M. Bison in Street Fighters 2.
Barely fucking know what the Addams Family is.
But what I mean, when it comes down to it for the animation style and the way it looks,
I don't. I'm just
The
talking
comics
about the
is
character design itself.
that the character design actually is very reminiscent of how they were sketched out in the comics and stuff like that. So that's what makes me excited about this. And the cast is awesome. They got Oscar Isaac, our boy from Star Wars, Poe Dameron, voicing Gomez.
Really?
So you're gonna hate him.
No.
Gonna hate him because he doesn't. If
He
Gomez
disobeys.
if Gomez kills half of his battalion and doesn't get like court-martialed, then
Demoted.
hell yeah.
Alright, I'd watch an Addams Family war film, I guess.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron is gonna play Morticia.
Who?
Charlize Theron.
Okay, that makes sense.
She's from. Did you ever watch Mad Max: Fury Road?
She was also the main protagonist in Atomic Blonde. She was in. I'm not coming.
Nick Kroll is gonna play Uncle Fester, so I'm pretty excited for that.
It should be great.
Yeah, so the voice cast looks awesome. The animation to me looks fun. I am really excited. Mexican star Eugenio Derbez has been cast as the live-action Dora the Explorer villain, described as a roguish explorer,
Wait,
which
what?
makes me now realize this
Wait.
what it's the Dora Explorer movie produced by Michael Bay.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Okay.
This wait, is this the Onion?
No, this is fucking real.
Click on the location of the map.
Just a fucking missile
Jesus
drops
Christ.
down.
Well, it's
So
just a
it
missile
blows my
strike.
fu- So it's gonna be live action.
It's a drone strike.
And Dora's gonna be like an over-sexualized 20-year-old
What
with
the
like
fuck?
brown cargo booty shorts that go above her knees.
What the fuck?
And her purple pink shirt is gonna be a belly button shirt.
like, did you get? Was it College Humor? that
yeah,
did Dora?
College
yeah.
Humor did it with Ariel Summers.
That
as
was
Dora.
amazing because it was intentionally supposed to be over the top hype
Oh,
shit.
Fuck you, people with a childhood. I never watched Dora the Explorer.
Neither
No,
did I.
it's
That was
just-
way
no,
past my
It's
time.
not like ruining my childhood. It's like, what the actual fuck?
Why
Why?
would you take a children's show
Glad
like
I didn't.
legitimately for small children to educate them and turn it into an action movie?
I just love whoever's decision was like, let's get Michael Bay in on this. He makes good children's movies. He
Oh,
made
are you
Transformers.
telling me it's about
Ninja
Mexican?
Turtles.
You're telling me it's a Mexican explorer? We're gonna put American undertones
okay,
in this
okay.
movie like we do with
I want to
every
say this
Michael
right
Bay
now.
movie.
Boots is either going to be a genetically modified animal that they created in a lab. That's her partner.
Or a sexy man with red boots.
I was
Oh
just saying,
my
or
God.
A talking animal. Just
A CGI animal.
yeah, CGI talking
Or a
animal.
sexy
It'll
man
be,
Or
C-
red
it'll be
boots.
CGI.
Okay,
I
I
think it's
don't
A.
get your fascination with sexy men in red boots, but I'm pretty
It's
sure
Michael Bay.
it's,
I'm pretty sure he'd do some dumb shit like that. Like
No,
the
he'd
guy's
he'd do it for her, not for a dude.
The guy's nicked like the guy's named the map, but he's like her cell phone AI.
Yeah.
I
Like I
like
said,
the idea that the map is just a drone strike.
Yeah.
I feel that
Fucking
Jay brought it
explosions
up
everywhere.
best. The college
Swiper,
humor.
no swiping.
College humor
The
did
Rogue
it best.
Explorer is right here.
That's why I don't want to see a live-action Captain Planet movie. We have that from College Humor. It's fucking amazing. With Don Cheadle as Captain Planet, I love that movie.
I need to see that.
It's good. And then, so there's a
There's a
list.
TV show also. Oh, like College Humor did like a series of it.
Yeah,
It's
Nice.
amazing.
we have also Willy Wonka, the prequel movie. Ryan Gosling, Donald Glover, and Ezra Miller have been eyed to play Willy Wonka.
Who's Ezra Miller?
He is the Flash.
So who else? So yeah.
To the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Yeah, he
Factory?
wants
Okay,
to-
or
this changed
Charlie
my
and the
mind.
Chocolate
So when I
Factory?
first heard like they were casting, I was like, wait, are they remaking Charlie? And the
Dude, I
Chocolate
want
Factory?
Donald Glover as Willy Wonka. It'd be a fucking baller.
I'm fine
See,
with
This is my factory.
I feel
I'm
like
fine
Don't
with
get
that,
you
but
slipping
I'd
now.
kind of
Donald
have to
Glover
question.
isn't a good fit for
I'd have
Willy
to
Wonka.
question how we go from a black guy to a white guy
No.
with red hair.
I'm
You seen Michael Jackson?
Yeah, but he went from a black guy with black hair to a white guy with black hair. I'm wondering what caused that red hair distinction.
He went down under New Palooka.
Oh my god, dude.
my.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
No, but I was gonna say
Oh, boy.
is that when I first heard about this, I thought, oh shit, they're gonna like remake the Charlie and Chocolate Factory movie, which I think would be stupid since that movie came out within the last 10 years, a little over 10 years ago. And
Are you talking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
yeah, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka.
Directed by Michael Bay.
No,
The factory just explodes at the end.
Exactly.
but like this is different. It's like it's
Don't eat that candy.
Oh shit!
it's gonna be a prequel. So
About to get real. And then there's just like a
Just
forest.
turns out when that one kid
Okay.
blows up like that blueberry, so one kid just goes over and pop it.
It's just gonna be
You
everything.
fucking done?
No.
And then there's just gonna be a forest of robot testicles.
Alright,
What?
alright, I don't know about that one. I don't know what that's from.
The second movie.
The
Haven't-
pipe when the
haven't
kid
seen
goes
it,
up.
but What's next here?
The pipe when the kid goes up. Sorry, had to.
Stephen Lang says that the James Cameron Avatar sequels will very much have political parallels to the real world.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Because the first one-
great.
Now Stephen Lane is the guy who played the Sam Worthington's fucking
General
general
Corporal.
dude.
Alright,
Yes,
so
just
what's
to throw out
the
you guys know
political parallels to the real world.
Donald Trump's gonna build a wall.
How did
and
this
fucking-
Oompa Loompa get into Avatar? Get back over to the fucking or the prequel.
Turns out they're filming right next to each other, so
Here's-
what happens?
Crashes
my
into the
fucking
set.
thing. Here's my fucking thing about this whole like. See, this is
Builds a wall on the planet that goes all the way around.
yeah, exactly. This is my fucking thing though, where people fucking blame like things like Star Wars saying it's being SJW and no one says it. No one's like we have a political agenda, and then everyone is like because no one's giving it James Cameron backlash. They're like I like that he's being honest. I'm like y'all are pieces of shit.
It's because he's being honest. That's why they like it.
True.
It's like, oh, we're not gonna hide behind this
I mean,
and this and this.
that's
But I
not
don't think
dumb.
Star Wars is really hiding
I
behind
don't think
anything.
Star Wars is hiding behind anything.
I
Star
don't
Wars.
know. I think they're very upfront with it. Fuck, Lucas even talks about how he's like, yeah, the first ones were really political, as
Yeah.
were the prequels.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
They
thing
even
that
had
fucking
political
gets me.
meetings.
Democracy.
That's the
Democracy.
thing that really got me about anyone who's like right now saying like Star Wars is too political. I'm like, literally, Star Wars was about the rise of Star Wars. The prequel was about the rise of intergalactic fascism.
Intergalactic conquest.
Based off of real world fascism.
Yeah, but like everyone's like, but Star Wars is too political now.
Yeah.
Women are ruining it.
I don't know. I never really. I saw Avatar, but it's been.
Oh man, I hate
I
this.
saw
I fucking
Like
hate
I was
that
in
movie.
middle school.
Never saw it.
When that came out.
I
I was
Never
in
saw it.
elementary school.
I was a freshman in high school.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's
I think
my
you didn't watch it
catchphrase
till
now.
middle school.
I
Never
was
saw
a
it.
junior in high
I was
school.
a freshman, so if I was a freshman, you would have been a what then?
Yeah, I would have been in elementary.
Yeah,
Really?
I was in junior high. Yeah.
Probably.
I was in junior high school because I remember having to go see that shitty movie 3 times.
Why'd you have to go 3 times?
Because
You
I-
went on dates.
Well, I went on.
Reviews?
Well, it was when. No, because I went with the girl I was seeing and her friends. Then she wanted to go see it again, and then her family wanted to go see it. So I fucking was dragged into 3D 3 times, and I hated that every single time.
I think I've only ever seen that movie once.
It's a dumb movie
I've
when
never
you take
seen
out this 3D spectacle. So, 8 years after the release of Jackass 3D, Johnny Knoxville is interested in potentially returning for Jackass 4. And I'm like, who are you gonna get? Steve-O's like doesn't do dumb shit like that anymore. Like besides climbing up on the what did he do? He like brought an inflatable orca and threw it over SeaWorld, and then have the SWAT teams arrest him. And he had to pay for that. And then Bam Margera is like blind in one eye apparently and super fat and hates his life and is an alcoholic.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ryan Dunn's dead. Like who you gonna get? Who you gonna
There's
get? Johnny
one.
Knoxville?
Now-
There's one dude in the movie that he's coming out with that was in the trailers. He could get that guy.
You're missing out on just a whole field of potential candidates,
Yeah.
which is
Wee
most of YouTube.
Wee Man. You get Wee Man.
Get
probably.
Jake and Logan Paul
Yeah,
there
you just
just
get
to
the
punish
Paul
them.
brothers, get fucking Rice Gum, just all the douchebags.
PewDiePie.
I mean, he's
What
not-
did he do?
I guess, but he's
Why
not
did you
that
dislike
kind
him?
of douchebag, I guess. He's a
How did
douche-
he hurt you?
Different douche.
Ian? Did he steal your
All of a
girl?
sudden, Matt Pat from the Game Theorist is like, maybe this is a game theory.
Cameo.
Don't think that's what would happen.
But
at
yeah,
all.
no, because there's just people who are way worse on the internet.
Let's throw Jay in there.
Who?
Jay.
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're apparently
You're
in
a
the new Jackass
now.
movie.
Congratulations.
John Hamm recalls the horrific moment from when Jeremy Renner broke both of his arms while filming the upcoming movie Tag.
He broke both of his
Yeah,
arms.
apparently he
Yeah,
fell.
his arm was CGI.
Yeah.
This movie looks amazing.
Who did?
Jeremy Renner,
Hawkeye.
broke his arms while filming Tag.
How?
He
Uh,
fell.
He was doing a stunt and it went wrong, and he landed on both of his arms.
Oh God.
That must have hurt.
Oh
You
man!
can't shoot a bow.
He's shot with his mouth before. He can do it again.
Spawn creator Todd McFarlane has confirmed the new Spawn movie reboot will not retell the origin story of the anti-hero, which is fine.
I mean, yeah.
His origin story is fucking dumb.
It's not great. There are definitely way worse.
But his is like straight up mega dumb to me.
Eh.
He's like, Wanda, I'm coming back as a white man.
Eh.
Yeah, Spawn. Okay, Spawn
Never seen any.
has
of
the
his
reverse
movies.
Punisher syndrome, where like Spawn was originally a black dude that gets all burned up to shit, and then like when he uses his Spawn powers, he turns into a white man, and he like looks in the mirror. He's like, no, it can't be. I'm a black man.
Oh God. That's totally a thing.
And Kenny Loggins is working on a remix for Danger Zone for the new Top Gun movie. I'm super excited.
Danger
I
zone.
don't like that song.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the actual fuck up.
Yeah. Then now we have the new photos for Avengers 4, and I actually think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
Avengers Quattro Quattro.
I think it looks super interesting. I like Hulk's suit. I think it. I think.
suit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it. Captain America looks normal again.
No, he looks real.
He doesn't have his beard.
Eh. Eh. Eh.
So Ant-Man survived.
Who's in the back right?
This
Yeah.
War Machine.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. The minigun looked like it was part of the rock behind it.
I think it looks super interesting. I like the idea that like Rocket's there and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be an Avenger with you guys because
My
my
Guardians
friends
of
are
the
dead.
Galaxy are
they're
dead.
dead." So, yeah, Avengers, and everyone's like, "Okay, sounds good, Rabbit." So I'm really excited for that.
Sam.
One devoted Marvel fan went to go
43
see it 43 times, then gets invited to the official premiere of Avengers 4.
What?
Okay.
A fan went to see the movie 43 times, the third one 43 times, so they invited him to see the fourth one.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
I hope he gets to meet the cast then.
He probably will since it's the premiere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know about the harassment of Kelly Marie Tran.
You know who that is?
Kelly
I don't know
Marie
who that
Tran,
is
she
either.
played Rose
In Star Wars.
Tycho, whatever, in Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Finn's love interest.
Oh!
No. She is Finn's love interest. Finn is not her love interest.
That's why I said Finn's love interest.
No, because when you say like Finn's love interest, is that like he's interested
No,
in
I
her?
take it as that's
She's
his
interested
love
in
interest.
him.
Because Ray is what Finn wants. Because Finn.
I don't think at this point Finn really knows or cares.
I don't think
Actually-
I know or care.
Generally, that's just the easiest way to describe the
That
character.
plot
at this
line
point.
was dumb.
Look, we don't need
It's like
ships in Star Wars. Not those kind
Universally
of ships.
accepted as
Not
the
those
worst-
kind of ships.
Worst part of that movie.
I was
Whoops.
gonna say,
My
bad.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna need a lot of ships.
My bad.
No, they just need
Love.
boats.
All right. So
Those?
what was the actual story?
So people were like just straight up harassing the shit out of her online.
For
Just
what?
like
Because they didn't
was
like
it like
her.
a Hayden Christensen thing?
no.
They just
They're
didn't
like-
like her and
Your
her
character is shitty in this movie, therefore we hate you.
that wasn't even did Hayden Christensen though? That was the other kid that got like the most of the hate. He became like an alcoholic. Jake
Well, I know
Lloyd.
he got a lot of hate
Like
too.
Jake
but,
Lloyd went basically insane.
You mean
because
the
of
kid
Star Wars.
Anakin?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
episode 1?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
He's in a mental institution.
Oh my god.
We'll
That
fact
movie-
check that later.
That movie broke him.
The internet does have power.
Yeah. No,
Wow,
but like
maybe we should
Limited power.
Really use this more effectively. as
it's
people
the thing that gets me on this is like and some of the tweets actually weren't even about the movie. They were just like calling her out for being Asian and shit like that. So like that's the thing that fucking gets me on this shit though. Like
The way that pops up in my mind is, you're Asian. It's like, okay.
but like that's the thing that gets me about this is that like it's weird to see like a bunch of people be like Eli and I had this conversation about diversity and like how like if you change something, everyone jumps on the idea that it's an SJW movement. Like you see that a lot in comic books when it really isn't because they're not changing the character. Like when Captain America's mantle gets passed on, Steve Rogers isn't black. It's like, you know, Falcon now becoming Captain America, but everyone's like, it's an SJW movement.
He's now Black Captain America.
Yeah. Which there is actually a black Captain America called Patriot. It's canon. It's weird. But like, it's the same thing with this. It's like Star Wars, like, it's like Jay said, it's just Star Wars for another generation. That's what these like characters are. Like, because the world is a lot more diverse than people think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
It all
not-
started with one black man in space. Now there are two.
There's 3. Saul Guerrero.
Sorry, 3.
There's 4. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, but Saul Guerrero's dead too. Then
Yeah.
So yeah, 2.
Yeah, pretty much all dead.
we don't know if Lando's alive still in the Star Wars universe. We don't.
He's alive.
Subjectively 2.
Anyway,
But you know what I mean, though. It's like one of those things where it's like it's just kind of shitty to see people just being like,
Douche.
yeah, they're like
Douche canoe.
just because like it's dumb. White men don't get any respect in the new Star Wars movies. I'm like, yeah, no, maybe.
probably hate mail fucking Kylo Ren for that, you little bitch. I don't know. That's where I'm at.
So Solo will be the first Star Wars movie not to make money.
What?
Yeah, they
Makes
lost a
me
bunch.
sad.
It makes it to lose
Really?
money.
Damn.
Here's why Solo failed, though. There was a lot of backlash for The Last Jedi. So Disney, I bet if The Last Jedi was supposed to be successful, would have like been like, all right, you like The Last Jedi? Here's the Han Solo trailer. But they didn't market it until 2 months before the release.
They have a shitty marketing, really shitty, and there was just a bunch of backlash from The Last Jedi of like, oh no, is this going to be as shitty as The Last Jedi? I didn't think Last Jedi was shitty, but like, other fans, it was just really toxic. So
Yeah.
Also, that whole Solo Cup deal didn't really turn out in their favor.
well, and also I think
God dang it.
well, also I think the whole thing of like Solo having the huge production change of where it wasn't Phil Lord and Chris Miller. It became Ron Howard because of Kathleen Kennedy and the rest of Kathleen Kennedy and the Lucasfilm board didn't like the way that they were going with it. There's a lot of hate towards Kathleen Kennedy because of this, or just Kathleen Kennedy in general because
A lot of the actors didn't like Lord and Miller's take too. Like Emily Clark, has been open about it during interviews and things like that. So it's not just Kathleen Kennedy.
Jay's nodding his head up and down.
What?
No, just
He was nodding, and then he said that he was nodding
Oh,
because it's audio.
oh yeah. No. But I mean, in general, that's like the point of it. Is just kind of like that's the thing. Like a lot of these other actors are bringing up like, yeah, maybe it wasn't the movie that they wanted. So like that's understandable. Like I get that it's kind of shitty that they lost production company, but Christopher Lord and Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are not fucking losing money off of
No, they
anything.
aren't
They're
losing
banking
money.
on everything they've done. So like, my thing about this is it was a great movie.
it was a
so-
very fun movie. Yes.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
So
liked it.
it sucks that Solo isn't gonna
You
get
still
it.
got,
So
still
think-
got a little time.
I think it'll become a cult classic, possibly.
I,
Hopefully.
I convinced most of my family to go see it tonight. So.
What did we give it? A 7 out of 10?
I
Most
changed
of
the
us-
whole,
God,
for me.
my scale is all sorts of fucked up, so I don't know.
Well,
I 7'd it.
I gave it a 7, and I saw it a second time. I gave it an 8.
So, Legion gets the 3rd season, and I'm pretty stoked. Anyone who has Hulu should watch the 1st season and then wait till the 2nd season comes out on it. It's fun.
I refuse.
What is this?
What's Legion?
It's an X-Men spin-off, but it's it's about a mutant with schizophrenia, so his psychic powers go on the loop. Like, each personality has a different psychic power.
Isn't it on TV too?
Yeah.
FX.
It's super interesting. I really enjoy it.
FX or FXX?
Oh fuck.
FX.
Okay.
FXX is the movies one.
Is he,
Oh,
No,
Legion
it's the
just
comedy
an
one.
X-Men who
FXM.
doesn't he duplicate himself?
No.
Is that Legion?
Legion is Charles Xavier's son.
Oh, I didn't know he had a son.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
In the comics, they don't allude to that in the show.
I thought he duplicated himself, but that might have just been his personalities. I'm not big on X-Men.
Yeah, he's schizophrenic, so like he can change his. He's weird because when he changes his powers, he also changes his appearance. It's fucking different because he's using like telepathy to make himself look different
Fair
in the
enough.
minds of others. Game of Thrones is apparently getting a prequel series
Yep, in the golden age of heroes for them. What I've heard.
set 1,000 years before the original show.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That sounds badass. And like it's way more balls than any other big series has done. Where they're like, we need some way to tie this into the originals. It's like
All of a sudden they
What's
tie it in
only-
the original. They're like, this is the Starks.
I mean, they probably will because those are old names, but it's like with Star Wars, it's like, yeah, we need to still tie it into the original movies. With fucking Lord of the Rings, it's like, oh yeah, let's still tie it into the original movies. Just make the fucking story fit. With this, I imagine there will be nods like the names and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is how we got Casterly Rock and stuff and shit like that.
The White Walkers.
I don't know about that, but yeah, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun.
FX has also renewed Atlanta for a 3rd season, and gosh damn, I'm so happy.
I thought it already had it. No, never mind.
It had a 2nd season.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it aired a 3rd season. I couldn't remember.
So there, sad news, the Defenders probably won't happen again.
Why?
They're like, it's going to take a long time. We want to work on our other Netflix series. Because Iron Fist is supposed to come out by the end of the year. So hopefully it's better. I don't hope.
You don't really hope that, do you?
I do hope it's better because I really like Iron Fist as a character. So I want it to do better. But like, ever since Iron Fist and the Defenders, I just have no hope. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I enjoy all those, even Jessica Jones, which I shit on all the time.
Really
Yeah,
need
it's
to get
stupid.
Netflix to watch these series.
Oh, they know they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the other thing. I don't know how that's gonna work when Disney gets their own streaming service as well. I don't know where those rates lie.
That's understandable.
So, I don't know.
Who knows? Because Disney's still been bringing out their latest movies onto Netflix. Like The Last Jedi just came
Oh
out.
no, it's because of the contract. You're still going to do it until the contract ends. But when the contract ends, they'll stop. But with the Netflix stuff, I mean, there's
Well,
also
those
different
produced on
contracts and it's Netflix, so that could also be a totally different thing.
I don't know.
We'll have to find out once the streaming
Makes
service
That's,
starts.
yeah.
Right. So,
It'll be what it is.
thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night.